What are the specs that you can get in a gaming monitor for just £139? Well, let's deep dive on that a little bit more for you here. You get the 27-inch panel. It is an IPS LCD monitor. Because it's IPS, it's obviously not going to have the deep blacks that you would associate with an OLED monitor, but it is a very nice edge-lit IPS, so you do get great viewing angles and really vibrant colours, and 180 Hz IPS panel at that. So technically you could play up to 180 FPS, but there's not many devices you're going to be connecting to that will enable you to do that. That 180 Hz will enable you to use 120 FPS output, so for things like your PS5 Pros, the Xbox Series X, and maybe some mid-range PCs, you're going to be flying at this. It is, of course, a 1080p resolution monitor, so it's no 4K here. But again, the kind of person that's going to be using this is a mid-range PC gamer or a console gamer that's going to be wanting a higher frame rate and not so worried about the resolution. And I can tell you from experience, 1080p at a higher frame rate is absolutely perfect. In fact, it's more than perfect. It's great on this. Really interestingly and quite importantly, and I don't think Minify make a big enough deal about this, that this monitor can make use of AMD FreeSync. Now, I'm not going to dive too technical on that for you because it can get a bit boring, but FreeSync enables the monitor's refresh rate and the output of frames from the device to synchronize. So the frame rate and the refresh of the monitor are in sync, and you don't get any screen tearing or kind of horrible artifacts is what you would probably see it as from there being a mismatch between the two. If you want to take full advantage of the AMD's FreeSync with this, and you're playing at those higher frame rates that we spoke about a minute ago, you are going to need to use the DisplayPort rather than the HDMI 2.0 that's included, because you won't be able to do both. They won't fully support each other. The 300 nits of peak brightness here as well, which is really quite incredible to see, and really nice feature as well is the blue light reduction. So it's going to be less tiring on your eyes for those longer gaming sessions, and I know I'm guilty of a lot of those myself. It is also HDR compatible, so if the game you are playing has HDR enabled inside of it, then you'll be able to take advantage of it with this monitor